Welcome back again to another video. Botox, fillers, plastic surgeries. Nothing wrong with that. Why do I have to not respect the decision I made? Is natural. Well, what about our nowadays top models? That was the end of conversation for me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back again to another video. Today will be a relaxing talking video. I recently started uploading this type of content and I've seen a lot of interest around it, and I also feel like it helps me kind of to practice more talking in a camera in a more proper structured way. So I really wanted to discuss one topic that's been just coming up over and over again in my comments, and just generally, like, I always see this topic not only on my social media but on other platforms too, are something that people are scared to discuss, and it's a topic of Botox, fillers, and plastic surgeries. I don't know why people are, okay, let me correct myself. I didn't know why people were scared to admit that they've done something to their face or they had to lie about it until I actually experienced it myself. And I also just want to give you a little idea of what you're gonna get in this video. So let's go, stay with me in this video and let's just talk about this very openly. Okay, so let's just start from identifying natural beauty and how I look at it. I am a person that loves natural beauty, and I always say I don't like a lot of makeup. I am absolutely all about feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin, and I think that to achieve that state of mind, sometimes it takes for you maybe to fix some of your imperfection, if you want to call that. In our modern society, we're doing so many things that are against nature, right? Like starting from showering, natural odor is natural if you look at it like that, but we are still showering because it makes us feel good and we don't want to smell walking around. The same going with shaving your legs, or waxing your legs. Growing hair on your legs for women is natural. But me personally, there is of course nothing wrong if you think this is something you want to do. For me, I don't like my hair to be caught on the stockings when I put it on. But again, now, especially me living in America, where now we are very much into always promoting body positivity in a lot of ways, and there is a lot of covers of magazines where women with unshaved armpits or legs. Again, nothing wrong with that before anyone attacks me, but it's just personally not for me. I do what makes me feel comfortable and confident. So shaving my legs and washing my hair every other day is those things that I love to do. So let's just cover up what I've done to my face, because there are so many questions all the time going over and over again. And it's funny because one of the most viewed reels on my Instagram was the one where I was doing model face.
Eyes. Raise your eyebrows. Stop smiling. That's your model face.
And I think the reason why it actually went viral because people were accusing me of Botox, which is absolutely not true. Never ever I've done Botox on my face. I'm 27. I think it is a little too early. Am I against Botox? Absolutely not. When the time comes, I will do it for sure, because I think Botox is something that you are, again, I'm talking about always about moderation, about a good taste, about not overdoing things and not doing it in an extreme way. But I think when Botox done right, it's preventing you from aging, and I think it's stupid not to take this opportunity in the modern world. Why not? Why you wouldn't want to do it, right? And again, if there's some women who don't want to do it, totally fine. Nothing wrong with that too. About my lips, I always had small lips naturally. I wouldn't say I had a very big complex about it, but I always noticed that whenever I would do makeup, I would put my liner a little more above the edges of my lips, and at some point I realized that why don't I try to do something that's clearly been bothering me for some time. I've done fillers on my lips, as you see now. I personally think it's done very natural. I don't think the size is too big. Again, that's my personal taste. Maybe to someone it's very ugly. I love how I look now. I think all of my features are very proportional. So now to answer a question why I never understood why people would cover things they would do to their face until I experienced the whole thing when I did my lips. First, when I did it, I not gonna gonna lie, I didn't want to talk about it and I didn't want to admit it for a few weeks maybe. But then I really sat down and I was like, why do I have to lie on something I took decision? Why do I have to not respect the decision I made? You know, I love it. That's all that matters. It makes me feel confident and comfortable. That's me now. That's new me. Everyone is changing throughout their years, and this is a change I made, and it's either you know, accept it or not. So I very openly said at some point that yes, I did my lips. That's because a lot of people started to comment, and of course there was a ton of people that were like, why did you do this to your face? You look so beautiful. And I really appreciate these comments. Thank you so much for liking me before I did it. I like my face more the way it is now. And I also faced very interesting situation, even career-wise, right? When I did my lips, I was in one modeling agency, right? And I did it. And then at some point I decided myself to switch the agency because I felt like I was staying there for some time and things changed in the agency and the management was not right for me. I decided to give it a shot to another agency, which was my last agency. Again, I'm not a person that ever complains, and I don't want to call the names or of the agents or, you know, agency to kind of make a big deal out of it, but I still want to share it because I believe there is models maybe that are watching and don't know how to sometimes look at certain situations and sort of criticisms that we are facing working in this industry. So when I switched to the agency, to my last agency, I already had my lips done, so they knew what they were taking and they saw my pictures, they saw me in person. And after a year of them not doing, in my opinion, not doing their job, because, you know, work in industry for so long, I know how lazy the agents are most of the time. I mean, I don't want to demolish the ones that are hardworking. There is very few ones that are doing their job right. Most of them are just lazy and they just want to sit there and waiting for a call to come. And that's exactly what was happening with me personally. And I addressed it very openly to them that I wasn't happy with how things were going with the whole agency thing. And I wasn't very aggressive about it, but I just addressed what was bothering me. On which, you know, after some time, maybe after a few weeks, there was one cosmetic job for a pretty big brand. And they asked me to send, you know, refreshed Polaroids, which I did. They received it. They didn't say anything. And then after a few weeks when the casting went on, I asked how was the results, on which the agent went on and on for me for 20 minutes saying that the decision I made to do my lips were horrible and it looks fake, and he said that I don't have any more shot in any cosmetic to work in any cosmetic brands. And again, that was his opinion. I personally think there is 100,000 other brands that might like me. He saw that was not the case and I don't have the future anymore. Again, his opinion, fine. On which, interesting, I said to him, well, what about our nowadays top models, which basically had all their faces done, right? Like Bella Hadid, like Kendall, who are gorgeous girls, by the way. Like, I think they're stunning, and whatever they did to their faces, it looks great. I think it doesn't matter as long as they are open about what they've done to the faces and, you know, and they're not hiding it. I think the result looks great, and that's all that matters, in my opinion. On which I got a very interesting response where he said that, well, you are not Bella or Gigi Hadid, you are not coming from that kind of family. So that was the end of conversation for me. And after that, we part ways with this agency because they clearly wasn't happy with the fact that I addressed my unhappiness about their productivity. And that was my story. Basically, I got criticized by the decision I made to do with my face. Meanwhile, that's how they took me to the agency. Like, you know, I think that if you already saw me like that from a start, then you shouldn't be taking me to the agency to begin with, right? So anyway, that's what I experienced after I've done my lips. Of course, there was other 1,000 comments that I received here on my Instagram, how ugly I look like everyone else with my lips, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, if it would happen maybe 7 years ago, it would still bother me inside. I would not necessarily tell it or show it to anyone, but now I really could care less. One more thing I completely forgot to mention, because that's how long ago it was, and I did the implants on my breasts. It was a while ago. It was actually before I started to work for Victoria's Secret. The reason why I did it was because I always were perceived as a commercial girl, in modeling, and they always would tell me, oh, like for commercial jobs, for working with bathing suits and lingerie where it was very well paid, you need something. And at first it was not a just lightly taking decision. It was kind of bothering me, the fact that I was very flat on the front, but I always had a butt, so I saw that it will be proportionate for me to do my breast as well, and I did it. I love it. I even forgot to mention it because it feels like it's mine. I even breastfed, which was something that I was concerned about, like how it's gonna be, is it gonna be affected or not. Breastfed perfectly. I think that my even breast looks now better than it was before the pregnancy, because I feel like the skin got a little looser and implants are a little bit dropped. So I love myself like this, love my body. A lot of people also back then noticed that I did it. I never admitted it because modeling agency would tell me you cannot tell it to anyone, clients will not want you anymore, and you should hide it and lie to everyone. And that's what I did for some time. But I just don't understand why we have the stigma of talking about these things, and I think that opposite, it's healthier to tell when you've done something, because then it sets the right expectations for people. I don't think it's promotion of doing it. Like, for example, when I look at someone doing something, let's say butt implants, am I gonna run and do it for myself? No, I don't want to do it. Like, if you have your own opinion and you have your own perfect aesthetic in your mind, you'll not run and do it. So it's not about promoting it. I think it's about just talking honestly about it and openly. So some girl will not look at your butt and say, wow, this butt is just naturally so amazing, why am my butt not like that naturally, and will just not be happy with herself. So that's how I look at it, and I think it's more correct and to be honest and open about this topic. Okay guys, so I think we covered this topic pretty well. We'll be happy to answer your questions if you have down below in a comment. Just to wrap this video up, my point is do what feels right for you, care less what people think, and that's about it. As simple as that. And let's just be kinder to each other. Like, people on social media hiding behind their screens think they have a right to express their opinion that nobody asked freely. And if you have nothing good to say, it's better zip it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this topic, and now there is no more secrets between me and you. I hope you're gonna subscribe to my channel for more fashion, beauty, health content, and thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all. Big kiss.